What's up everybody, welcome to today's video. Today I'll be sharing 10 tips to maximize and improve the usage of your metaquest. This video is specifically targeted towards newer Quest users, but even if you're experienced, you might pick up something new, so stick around and leave a like if this helped out. But with that out of the way, let's hop into tip number 1. Go ahead and join the public test channel, or PTC for short. Meta rolls out updates very slowly, which often means you're waiting weeks, if not months, to get the latest features on your metaquest. They do this to gather user sentiment as they push out new changes, as well as minimizing the number of widespread bugs. So there's technically no way to force an update, but the PTC is the best way to cut to the front of the line. A slight disclaimer to add is this is a test channel and the likelihood of bugs will increase substantially, as the point of the PTC is for Meta to experiment with new updates before they are released en masse to the general public. So if you'd rather your headset just work more reliably and don't mind waiting a bit for new updates, then you might want to sit this one out. But if you're willing to go balls to the wall and just say screw it and get the updates as quickly as possible, I recommend looking into the PTC. Next, go ahead and claim your Quest Plus free trial. For starters, it's free, and so you might as well. Not only can you use your trial month to play dozens of games for free, but you also gain access to exclusive deals that allow you to purchase non-Quest Plus games at extremely low prices during that month. I recommend this especially if you're a new Quest user to try each game at least once and figure out what you like. Use that as your basis moving forward when looking into purchasing new titles. Quest Plus specifically focuses on having a unique, wide-ranging catalog of games, which means you can try almost every genre in one go. One thing to keep in mind is in order to claim your free trial, like almost every subscription service out there, you do need to put in a card on file ahead of time, which they will auto-charge to renew your subscription after the 30 days. So set a reminder in your calendar app to cancel your subscription if you do not plan to renew. Continuing on the discount train, when it comes to purchasing games in the MetaQuest store, patience is a virtue. Meta loves to put on sales almost as often as Steam. You got holiday sales, seasonal sales, even flash sales that seemingly come out of nowhere. So if you really want a title and you're willing to wait, I'd almost certainly wait for a sale, or at least wait for a discount code. Every few months, I get a notification with a discount code, often just Meta30 or some other something 30, which gives me 30% off any title of my choosing. I don't know exactly what sparks these discount codes specifically, but I seem to get them fairly regularly, so just keep checking your notifications and hopefully one will pop up. Moving on to some more serious advanced tips. Not really, I'm kind of kidding. These are actually pretty basic, but they are all toggles underneath the advanced settings page. Obviously, these come down to personal preference, but here are the ones that I've toggled on and why. First, Meta AI. In its current state, this is less of an AI and more just a voice assistant baked into the headset. It really sucks at any advanced or intermediate requests. However, it's really great for switching applications quickly. Instead of having to open the navigator and find the app you want to switch to, you can simply hold the grip button and click the Meta button to activate Meta AI, and ask it to open pretty much any application of your choice. Additionally, it seems that Meta is trending in this direction of AI controls over traditional UI, so it's a good muscle memory to start developing. Next is hiding camera and call controls in apps. This is pretty self-explanatory. I am recording a lot, and as much as it's nice to be able to stop and start recordings from within immersive experiences, I often find it's still way too in the way, and I end up accidentally clicking and opening the QuickTime controls more often than I would like. So this toggle turns them off in immersive apps, which means it's out of the way, out of sight, out of mind. The content adaptive brightness control toggle can be thought of kind of like a digital OLED toggle, but worse. In short, it uses software to try and enhance darker and brighter scenes by manipulating the brightness of the screens on the headset. So let's say you make your way into a dark cave. With this toggle on, the brightness setting of your headset would decrease, further enhancing the darkness effect. Then when stepping back out into the sun, the headset would raise your screen's brightness back to the max. It's not perfect, and it definitely doesn't fully capture the same pitch black dark as OLED screens, but still improves immersion for me personally, albeit a little simulated. Seamless multitasking is a great toggle for you power users. It allows you to interact and use 2D apps well in immersive experiences. It works great for more relaxed titles like watching YouTube, where you can multitask scrolling on Instagram as well. Or if you're in Walkabout and you want to find all of the hidden balls and have a guide up, this allows you to have YouTube running, and you can even move through the YouTube timeline while still being able to interact within Walkabout Mini Golf. This feature is just great, as it makes all the different mediums of the headset feel so much more closely intertwined and knit together. Next up, I recommend just taking the time to create or join an organization and turn on developer mode for your headset now, as it will save you tons of time and headache in the future. I used to have a tutorial which you can find up in the top right, but it is a tad outdated, so just follow the directions laid out by Meta and it should be pretty self-explanatory. Doing this is hugely important if you ever want to sideload or mod in the future. It also opens the door to better casting and additional lower level headset settings through the MetaQuest Developer Hub. Just trust me, at some point in time you'll want and need developer mode enabled, so just go ahead, do it now, save yourself the headache later. I'm sure you've heard this before, but just go out and buy a new head strap. There are so many options out there. The most popular is probably the Bobo VR straps, but honestly anything besides the default strap will work. Ideally look for something with padding and as much head cupping action as possible. You will be surprised how much of a world of difference a better head strap will make to the overall comfort and enjoyment you get from using your headset. I mean it, don't let your Quest turn into a paperweight just because it's slightly uncomfortable. Try and fix it first, as the experiences you get from your Quest will far outweigh anything you can get from flat screen gaming. Then my last tip is just be safe. You don't want to break a controller or worse, a finger. So find a dedicated space far enough away from walls and other objects. You may scuff this off, but when you're so deeply immersed, you become completely unaware of your surroundings. I luckily haven't broken any bones, but I have broken a controller or two slamming them very aggressively into my walls. I have the marks both on my controllers and the walls to prove it. Also, try and keep pets out of the way. Please, please do not step on your cat or dog. That would make me very sad. And for a few bonus tips here at the end, head into your Meta Horizon app on your phone and go through your notification settings. The Horizon app pushes a lot of notifications, so you'll definitely want to turn a bunch of these off. Under headset settings, you can also set up a passcode for your headset, which is really important if you've got younger siblings living in the same house who you want to keep off of your headset. And then finally, so that you never lose your data or have the folks at Meta peeping, head into your headset under General Settings and find the Cloud Backup settings. Make sure Cloud Backup is toggled on in order to back up all of your saved data. Then turn on end-to-end encryption and set up a passkey to prevent your data from being accessed by anyone other than yourself. But that's all I've got for you today. If you plan to utilize any of these tips, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and subscribe to learn more about your MetaQuest. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody. Bye.